I'm terribly worried that my child will be a damaged individual because for the second year in a row now, we haven't been able to have a birthday party. Admittedly, I was a bit relieved because do you know what it takes to throw a child a birthday party? It was bad enough that we couldn't have a party, but we were only allowed to buy essentials during lockdown, do you remember? So we couldn't buy them a birthday present and we couldn't buy toys. It was Jaden's birthday coming up, and I woke up in the middle of the night in a panic about how my boy would survive his birthday. And so I'm a mom, and I will do everything in my power to ensure that my child doesn't suffer. And thus, Operation Birthday Present was formulated. It was risky. It was dangerous. It was at Checkers. I went on a walking stakeout of the toy aisle. It had been barricaded like Fort Knox. Trolleys had been chained together to form an impenetrable barrier at each end. Police crime scene tape had been stretched across each access point. I peered down through a small chink at this unobtainable wonderland. And then I spotted it. Halfway down the aisle, a stacked pyramid of remote control cars. Mounted at the very top, like the star on a Christmas tree, there it was, the McLaren. I could almost hear its seductive call saying, "Vroom, vroom, take me home to Jaden, vroom." Following the secret mom code, child comes first, I scanned the echoing vastness of the Checkers hyper to see who was around. Fortunately, only 50 people were allowed in the store at a time. I watched the security guard disappear down the feminine hygiene aisle. It was now or never. I vaulted the trolleys. I squeezed myself into the police crime scene tape that read, "Do not cross." The tape sealed itself to my ear, but I wasn't deterred. Ignoring the pain, I freed myself and I leopard crawled to the pyramid of cars. I got it! Carefully, I hid the McLaren under my Uniqlo puffy jacket and managed to casually drop it into my trolley and camouflage it with a large box of Future Life Crunch and a 36-pack of toilet paper, 2-ply, of course. I felt sweat dripping down my neck as I headed towards the till, stressing about whether the cashier would let me pay for this prohibited item. Was I stressing from the pressure of this operation, or was it just because I was wearing a Uniqlo at the end of summer? She scanned the Future Life Crunch, the bananas, the hidden vegetable trick your children cookies, and finally, the moment of truth. Hey, look over there, it's Mandy Wiener! With a disinterested sigh, she slid the McLaren across the scanner, like Lewis Hamilton winning the Grand Prix. Victory was mine! What? What? Oh, you want my Checkers card? Sure, here you go. The day of Jaden's 9th birthday finally arrived. The cry of joy that emanated from my boy made my risking a criminal career all worth it. He wanted to take the McLaren for a spin immediately. Fortunately, it was between 5 and 9 a.m., the permitted times to be outside our homes. 5 minutes into the walk, Jaden drove the McLaren into a storm water drain. And so I went home and got my pool cleaning net and lay down in the dirt in my Lululemon gym pants and tried to retrieve the McLaren for over 2 hours. Eventually, bruised, filthy, and overwhelmed with the stench of sewage, I had to admit defeat. Jaden was absolutely devastated, and the McLaren was never to be seen again. I drive past that drain every day, and I can almost hear the McLaren's mocking call saying, "Vroom, vroom, Mom, fail, vroom, vroom."